All right. Hey guys. If anyone's watching this, I thought I'd make a quick little video about my previous Etsy failures. Um, this is just I know there's loads of Etsy gurus on YouTube that help people regularly. I watch a lot of their videos myself. Um, I just thought I'd make a quick little video of my personal failures and how you can avoid them, right? So, number one is when you first start selling on Etsy, um, all the gurus mention this as well, but it's not gonna be a quick rise in terms of like popularity and in terms of awareness, right? Like people are not gonna know about your shop straight away unless whatever you're selling is very um what's the word? Unless whatever you're selling is in high demand, right? So for me, when I first started selling on Etsy, which was actually during, I think it was just before the pandemic or just during the pandemic. Um, Hopefully, you're allowed to say that. I know at one point you couldn't say COVID or you couldn't say pandemic, but um, yeah, I started selling on Etsy around 2020 or just like 2019 around there because I was trying to reach people. Um, what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and start editing these videos so I can demonstrate some of the things that I was selling. But I was mostly selling clothing with my designs, like the thing I'm wearing now. It's like one of my sketches. It's got a logo on the back as well. The logo is way more visible on the back. But I was selling like t-shirts with all of my drawings on them, and my brand. Uh, I established the brand quite a while ago. I think I mentioned this in the previous video. The brand itself was called New Age Lotus, right? Um, so yeah. So the first thing to know is you might not get sales in the first month or in the first couple of weeks of starting your shop. So just it's about persistence. Persistence is key, right? That's like one of the main things that anyone says in regards to making content or in regards to sort of having a presence. You have to just be persistent. Um, so yeah, number one, just know you might not get recognized straight away, which is fine. Obviously, it's a process, right? Um, Tip number two is one thing that I have learned on my journey. Like right now, as I'm speaking, I'm actually still struggling with Etsy. I have not succeeded in actually reaching a lot of people or making a lot of sales. So, if anything, take all of this sort of these words with a grain of salt, essentially, because um, I've not succeeded. But there's actually quite a lot of factors that go into having an Etsy shop. Um, but yeah, number two is your SEO management and sort of your SEO awareness, right? Obviously, SEO, for those that don't know, is search engine optimization. So it's what comes up when you search something in a search box, either on Google or on Etsy itself. Um, and the thing about that is you have to really know what you're doing in regards to SEO. I even now, with the knowledge that I've acquired from the videos and the things that I've read, I still am struggling with the SEO because if you do it correctly, you have to be careful in how you do it. And by that I mean you have to be careful with how you word your items, right? How you title your items on Etsy. Because if you use the same words that the leading star rated sellers are using, your stuff is going to get buried under their stuff. You're like, and if your stuff doesn't come up on the first page, which is the main competition that everyone's always facing on Etsy, like it's all about being on that first or second page, because most buyers don't go much further than the first page. So if you're on the first page, the second page, that is ideal. That means you're high ranking within the algorithm, and you will be able to be seen, right? So that's where the SEO plays a big role, because um, that is how people find you, and that is how people can buy from you, right? Um, so the search engine optimization has to be on point. This is quite hard, but obviously there's sites like Everbee that help you sort of gauge the best kind of words to use, and um, there's Everbee. Where else? It's funny, my mind is going blank right now, but there's actually several sites that help you um, pick out good search engine optimizations. Um, I think Everbee has got a free version, and then it's also got like a sort of paid. It's got like a paid tier system where you can pay for like a premium or like a slightly advanced version, which gives you a few more options in regards to uh, gives you a few more options in regards to seeing what the best sort of trending words and stuff like that. I mean, if you go into Everbee, uh, you'll be able to sort of look into it a little bit more. Like, I need to start making writing down scripts for these videos, because I never know what to talk about, or how to structure my sentences. But yeah, so yeah, tip number 2 was search engine optimization. That's very important. That is key to actually getting seen and being high ranking on the algorithm. Um, a lot of people will tell you that Etsy and places like Etsy are oversaturated, but as long as your product is good and you have good images to demonstrate that, um, you will be seen, right? The only problem is converting those views into actual sales. So I think um, someone said that for every like 100 views, you need a conversion rate of about 0.2% in regards to sales, which sounds low, but obviously, as long as you get the eyes on your products and on your page, the conversion should obviously start going up, and you should start making some sales. Now, obviously, I can't speak too much on any of this because, like I said, I haven't made that many sales at all, actually. Um, so I'm still learning all of this as I go, right? And I've tried to get some help from other experts and um, other sort of people online. What I would recommend for sure, this is tip number 3. Obviously, tip number 1 is be patient and be persistent. Tip number 2 is SEO, search engine optimization. And tip number 3 is don't use Fiverr freelancers to help you with your search engine optimization or to help you sort of get sales. No matter how many times you get random messages on your Etsy or on your Facebook or wherever, do not use the Fiverr freelancers, okay? I don't want to speak badly of Fiverr. I'm sure there's loads of good art, I was going to say artists. There's loads of great professionals on Fiverr that will help you reach your goals. But in terms of search engine optimization, um, you're better off sort of learning the process yourself and sort of figuring that out which is a bit tricky, obviously, but that is part of the process of selling on Etsy. You really have to learn that. Because I spent some money on some Fiverr freelancers because obviously in order to make money you do have to spend some money. That goes with anything. Like whenever you open a shop and you're doing drop shipping or anything, you do need to spend some money first before you can expect any real returns, right? So I have spent. I can't exactly say how much I've spent because I'm not exactly sure now because it was a while ago. But I have spent a fair bit of money on a couple of different freelancers because I thought maybe if one freelancer is not that useful in regards to um, reaching your target audience or uh, just reaching people overall, then maybe it's best to try another freelancer. Of course, give them the benefit of the doubt because sometimes you will get scammers on Fiverr that will reach out to you on Etsy, or they're always constantly looking for new shops. So you will get random messages um, from various fake experts trying to reach out to you. So that is tip number three. Do not use Fiverr freelancers for SEO optimization or anything like that. I'm sure there's some people out there who've had great success with the Fiverr freelancers, but personally I haven't. Like I said, even though I've had my shop, well, my first shop, I had that for like a few years, and I made no sales. I made like I think like like 3 or 4 sales, and that was just people I knew. So I couldn't get any like real feedback from that because the people that you know, when they buy from you, they just supporting you and they don't want to discourage you. So they may not always, even if they like the product, that feedback does come with a little bit of a bias. So obviously, just know that if people that you know are buying from you, they obviously care and want to support you. So it's a bit different when it's like selling to strangers online. So that was tip number three. Um, let's see what else. There's obviously a lot that goes into Etsy, or running an online business overall. One thing that I also learned is marketing, right? So when you begin to market your products and uh, promote them on various social medias, you will get obviously, I guess this is tip number four, which kind of ties to tip number three. You will get a lot of people constantly trying to reach out to you and say, I can see you've, there will, I think, uh, I think scammers, yeah, have this formula where they will compliment the work that you've done or the shop that you have, whatever products you have, they'll compliment that first. And then they'll say, oh, I see you're not getting as many sales as you could be getting, even if you're getting some sales. And then they will offer you their service, right? To help them, to help them, no, no, to help you grow your business, right? They'll offer you their service to help you grow your business. And just like I said, it's like 9 times out of 10, it's all scammers that just want you to pay them first and then they'll do something. And then the thing is, whether or not you get results, they'll be completely detached from the whole experience because once you've paid them, they've already won. That's that they can literally leave the game at that point. You know what I mean? So um, they will reach out to you and they will constantly compliment what you've done. And yeah, so marketing is a big part of it. You have to constantly keep promoting your stuff on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. If you are able to have actual physical products and demonstrate them, that's always a great help, I think. Um, and yeah, yeah. So As of right now, I also have another Etsy shop. The link is in my like YouTube bio. But now I'm just selling phone cases with like a couple of designs that I've created recently. Um, yeah, so this is just part one of my Etsy failures. Um, yeah, I'm gonna try and sort of write down some more bullet points on what to speak on, but obviously, I just wanted to make a quick little video, talking about my Etsy failures of my first Etsy shop. Um, if anyone's watching this, consider subscribing, and yeah, thank you for watching. And also, if you're interested in any wallpapers, check out my Pinterest. That's also in my like bio. um, and also on my Patreon if anyone cares for that. But yeah, aside from that, that's it. If anyone does see this, comment down below what you think.